let's be real. Let's be real. The only thing that will help, okay, Ethan Ralph is for him to go to jail again because he wasn't allowed to drink in jail. And when he came out, he was humbled. He was different. But
I
now,
thought you said you were going to be silent.
yeah, for the first half. But this is the third man, baby. We're here to talk, Jim.
You're the third man, Jesus. I was expecting crowd or something entertaining.
Oh, okay. Well, this point is, Jim, we're here to talk about just some of the stuff that you're saying. And when we're talking about Ethan Ralph, the guy's a total alcoholic. And he, I guess, like, was only able to stop when he went to prison. He tried on his own, didn't work. And I guess...
Are you guys hearing one second. Are you hearing an echo? Is that coming from me or is that coming from people?
No, wait a minute.
Is it coming from me?
Oh, am I double streaming? Yeah, it's coming from you. PPP, could you mute yourself?
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Cool. So yeah, the thing is, like, and I want to talk about this with Ethan. It seems as though you're not going to make fun of him because he might even be, you've been on his streams a lot. You might even be his friend. And this comes back to Dick, okay? Because I want you to know I had nothing to do with this. I don't watch Dick streams. I don't watch even any of the stuff that Ethan Ralph does.
I thought this was Jesse. Jesse's the one who put out the DMs.
So was Jesse the one who was sexting Dick?
No, I'm saying
you're
saying you had no part in this. I said, yeah, Jesse's the one that put out the DMs.
I don't watch their streams, so I didn't know about who Jesse was until after the fact.
Isn't that the Pot Awful guy's name?
I didn't even know who Pot Awful was until I had already read Jamie's article, which was deleted from Medium. After I had read through the messages themselves, I didn't even know who this Jesse Pot Awful guy was. I don't watch Dick Masterson. I don't watch Ralph Retort. I just think they're awful. The only way I found out about this was a tweet from Toad McKinley saying, out of the blue, I no longer am friends with Dick Masterson because he lies to women for sex. And I found that really weird because I followed Toad and I was like, what? Like, what happened? What did Dick do? And then it led to all of this. And it's strange because, Toad McKinley, he made an entire video about Boogie's leaked DMs on Twitter. But for this, he says, nope, I love Dick. I respect Dick. Not going to talk about it. And Jim, it comes back to this, okay? How did Dick even rise to prominence? Didn't he have the show with Maddox?
Yeah, he did a show with Maddox, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it King of the Universe or some shit?
Something, yeah. And I know Maddox from like high school. He used to be hilarious, but
I don't know either of them. But the way I got involved with it was when the fucking lawsuit came up, and I thought that was pretty gay. So that's kind of when I became aware of both of them.
And what happened, the lawsuit is really Dick's big break, and Nick as well, right? Nick Rekieta, this lawyer, he started covering it, and Maddox totally flopped. Dick came out on top, started running his show, and he started to befriend a lot of these people whose content is exactly what this is all about. He befriends Josh, Odd Guy, the Encyclopedia Dramatic, Easy Peasy, right?
None of these people are my friends, Leo.
I'm not talking about them being your friends. I'm talking about
the
concept.
Said your friends, like your friends.
I didn't mean to say that. What I meant to say is people who cover this kind of content. I don't recall saying that, but the people who cover the kind of content that we're looking at today, that's who he has on his show. That's who he befriends. He has Josh on his show, Easy Peasy, Odd Guy, Dame as well. And the weird thing is, once something like this happens to him, all of those people start saying it's not a big deal. And I don't know if you're familiar with this concept. Perhaps you've heard of it, where someone becomes friends with people who cover this kind of thing so that they don't get trolled. Do you know what that term is? Are you familiar with it at all?
Why are you asking me a question you know the answer to? Haberman
wrote
Haberman wrote the article for what you're talking about.
Well, I'm asking because you're acting like you have no idea what it means when you're saying Dick, he's just doing his thing. Like, I think this is repulsive.
I'm bringing up the fact that maybe people just don't find it as entertaining, and maybe if you have an axe to grind, you're more interested than they would be.
I have no axe to grind with Dick or any of this. I have an axe to grind with what happened, the behavior that came out of it.
What behavior?
Well, the stream that PPP did with Nick and Dick, which I thought was hilarious because both of those rose to prominence from the lawsuit, and in a single day, their entire empire crumbled by this guy with less than 3K subs. And it's really interesting because I see Dick and Nick, when they covered the lawsuit, they kind of became in a position of beyond reproach, right? They were the stalwart defenders of comedy on the internet. Maddox is trying to take us down. Maddox is defeated. Oh, we're so great. The problem is they forgot to be funny or entertaining, and they petered out for years. And then Dick's private DMs, along with his ex, who released a saucy article about this, that article gets deleted from Medium. The guy who makes the DMs public is some nobody I've never heard of. and everyone says there's nothing about it.
I thought Jesse wasn't that one of the things he complained about in the initial stream was, hey, why don't you talk about me? 2016, I worked with Maddox. It sounds like he's a personal player involved.
I have no idea who Jesse is. Like, it's not. I did speak to him after I read the messages after, but I didn't know Pod Awful was some axe to grind with Dick. I later talked to him.
You do know that
after the fact. That isn't
but
how.
You do know though.
Yes, I.
Okay.
But that had nothing to do with my interest in the subject. What you're doing is you're making anyone who's allowed to be interested in this, they have an axe to grind with Dick. They're somehow, Jesse spoiled the whole thing.
I never said that PPP had an axe to grind.
Okay. So Jesse spoiled the whole thing, and I'm saying I came to it without even knowing who Jesse was. That's the only point I'm trying to get across.
Okay.
So the thing is with them being beyond reproach and them befriending all of these people who cover this content, I had a private conversation with Josh on his Discord server. He probably has the recording. I don't. And it's strange. Okay. I asked him about the stuff with Zoom, saying that he has backend access. And I asked Josh, like, do you know? And Josh said, if that's true, I'm going to delete my new Project 2 account. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Josh hates Zoom.
Yeah. And the thing is, I asked him in stream, I was like, so what do you think about it? He's like, 1 second. Oh, wait. Dick still hasn't responded to my message. Okay. So yeah, what Dick tells me is he has contributed. He's the only contributor to the code base and has nothing to do with it. What do you think about that?
So you brought up to Josh that Zoom had made a claim, and then Josh went to Dick to ask if the claim was true.
Yeah.
What's the issue?
Well, there's if you will, the admin of a site dedicated to covering the kind of content that we're discussing today has a direct line of contact with a guy who says, oh, no, I have control of this. Oh, no, don't worry about that. And then that thread is locked, and a containment thread with an op that has only partial screenshots of the leaked DMs that doesn't include Jamie's now deleted and censored Medium post in the op, doesn't include any of these things. That's the one that's put on the front of the page, and Josh says, I'm covering this. You see, he's like, I've done nothing wrong. So I asked Josh, what made you do this? And here's his answer. I want to hear what you think about it. He says, I don't like that people are telling me how to run my site. And a lot of new users, a lot of PPP's fans are making new accounts, just trying to troll the site. They're flooding the board. They're making they're adding at me saying, promote this thread. So I said, you know what? Forget it. I lock it. I do what I want. Do you buy that excuse?
Do I buy what excuse? That he does what he wants?
He's annoyed by the thread. And that's what made him stop when he's had people like Vordrak, people destroying his family's lives. But he's just slightly annoyed by Dick Masterson's thread, so he locks it and then makes a dedicated containment thread. Screen caps Godwinson's videos and so on and so forth.
Okay. Well, let me try to, there's a lot to unpack here. Okay. I don't find it strange that if you bring up to somebody, hey, a guy that you fucking loathe might be involved in a financial platform you use, that person would then go and ask that platform, hey, is this true or not? I would have done the same. If you told me, hey, Jim, there's some lunatic that you hate. I'm trying to think of somebody off top, but just insert somebody. There's some lunatic that you hate, Jim. That's he's the main force behind Subscribestar. I immediately go and ask Subscribestar.
Jim, that's not the implication. I'm not confused that he asked him about that. I'm just saying the admin of this site has a direct line of contact to a guy whose thread is locked.
He could use Twitter.
Okay. Well, the point is, you see how this seems. He's saying, I'm doing this because I have
a direct line of contact to people, right? Through Twitter. Does that mean we're in collusion?
No, but you don't. But PPP is at less than 3,000. This is, what is with these Hasidic tactics? It's like he's less than 3K subs and doesn't make any money.
I'm asking
Why
you
do you
to
compare
clarify
him to Josh? Why do you say he's a
like
free speech absolutionist when he makes no money and his channel is getting banned? These false comparisons you throw on people on the spot.
It's weird to me that you're getting upset over such a small detail or acting like that's some big linchpin.
Because PPP is not the owner of Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms is a site dedicated to
covering but you're acting like it's weird that somebody would be told, hey, somebody you hate is running or
No, I think it's weird that at the time his thread is locked while other threads, which have caused him much more pain and much more trouble, Remain perfectly fine, unlocked.
I mean, I'm not here to defend whether Josh is gay or not for how he runs his site.
Yeah, well, and this is why it comes to
I can tell you from personal experience that when people got on my ass to cover JF, something that could have potentially been funny, it annoyed me to the point of where I did the opposite of that. And when Jesse did this bullshit PA gay ops shit with cutting out the fucking names and the avatars, it soured me on that. So I don't find it so far-fetched that Josh would be the same way, that if he's getting pestered by people saying, you need to do this, he's gonna be like, fuck you. No, I'm not.
But do you see how that looks? He says, fuck you, I run this site, I do what I want. I'm just going to do exactly what would help Dick.
He literally does run that site, and he does what he wants.
And he literally does exactly what Dick would help Dick. Because you understand the SEO.
He does what he wants.
So if you search Dick Masterson... Okay, continue. I'll let you go.
Yeah, if you're saying Josh is... I don't have the responses in front of me. So if you're saying that Josh is saying he's annoyed with people getting up his ass and telling him how to run his website, if you ever talked to a site admin, do you think that's unique? Josh does it. No, Lotax does it. Fucking Moot did it. You remember? You remember 4chan? You remember Snacks and how they'd react to faggots telling them what to do?
I have a black box perspective on all of this. Okay?
Good. So then you should understand.
And I've seen all the other things that's happened to Josh that he has not reacted the same way as. But he also hasn't been on Vordrak's stream. He also doesn't receive money from Vordrak. He also doesn't. You know what? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the Encyclopedia Dramatica definition of troll shielding.
It's Haberman's. How are Masterson and Vordrak similar? Like, what are you getting at with that?
That he doesn't lock his thread because he doesn't have any of these connections to Dick that he does with Vordrak.
Yeah, Vordrak went after his family, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, and he didn't lock Vordrak's thread.
So he's gotten way worse. He could have deleted Vordrak's thread and then he would stop messing with his family, but he didn't. He went to the very end to defend free speech for Vordrak. But for Dick Masterson, PPP fans, which by the way, he has like none.
So,
no.
A guy that personally went after his family, it makes no sense what you're saying. You're saying, how is that even comparable?
I'm saying a guy who went after his family, he could fold and lock his thread or bury it, right? Or delete the thread altogether. But he doesn't.
Because he's angry the guy went after his family.
So he cares more about Dick
about
than
people
his
going
family.
After his...
So he cares more about Dick than his family.
Okay, I think you're drawing some weird conclusions. Okay, Vordrak goes after Josh and tries to ruin him. Vordrak goes after his finances. He goes after his family. He goes after his mother. And somehow Josh comes out through all of that. And his big fuck you to Vordrak, the guy that wants his name off the internet, is, I'm not going to take your name off the internet. And then you're talking about Dick Masterson, which is
a bunch of fake accounts, which I don't believe are real. Because he's saying PPP's
which is a separate, different fucking thing. And you're saying that because people are getting up his ass saying, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, that he locked it out of spite.
Yeah, because I don't believe it, because the thread had less than at the time.
That's fine that you don't believe it. I don't know why Josh would do what he did.
I'm just saying how this fulfills Haberman's definition of troll shielding. Dick Masterson is a direct line to admin of these sites who cover these kind of things, and they do that. And then
so you think Dick Masterson is friends with Josh to be protected?
Yes, and it has the Doom Project 2 stuff is just more of a, if you will, where there's smoke, there's fire. In fact, you have to be Dick's friend to get a new Project 2 account. Whether or not he uses the social security number information against him, I don't know, right? It's a black box. I don't have back-end access. But the point I'm trying to say there is he just has friends with all of them, and I think it's retarded that a channel like PPP with less than 3K subs gets flagged down by Ralph & Co. And you're just like, I know nothing about it. When you made Gamergate, when Mundane Matt got flagged down.
Mundane Matt, okay, well, first, there was proof that Zoe Quinn did it. Secondly, with Ralph getting flagged, Mundane Matt, the retard that he is, showed his flag history and proved it. Where's the proof that Ralph & Co. flagged PPP?
Oh, so I don't know. You're right. I don't know. You're right. There was proof Zoe Quinn was the name of the person who did it. We don't know how.
She took it down because Matt used a screen cap of her game from the Steam page. That's why everybody got upset, because it should have been public use.
Yes, and it was, if you will, her game being taken down as for privacy policy. But that's not the real motivation for it to be taken down, right?
Well, yeah, obviously. But I'm saying there was something. Yes. There was something linking concrete.
And likewise, PPP stream and his whole channel is taken down for hate speech. And that's not the reason why it was taken down.
Well,
because
no,
he
I'm
has
saying
had two prior
it's
strikes
supposition. It's supposition that you're
supported by
saying.
evidence by his, because you need
What
three strikes.
evidence?
I'll tell you.
What evidence
You need,
that's on
let me
the,
finish. You
the
need
on the
three
okay, but
strikes.
on the level of Zoe Quinn or the Monday Matt thing?
You need 3 strikes for your channel to go down. 2 of the strikes PPP has received were from Ralph and Co. And now Ralph
How
and
do
Co.
you know
Co
that?
That's what the content of those videos are the only ones that have to do with Gator, with Ralph and Co. And what's interesting is PPP and Surfer, they've said F slur, faggot. They've said this tons of times in other videos and streams, but only in a video stream where they're making fun of Ralph being passed out after Dick's stream. After Dick is buddying up to them, cozying up to them, that's the one that gets taken down. Again, I don't have the report ticket. We might need to ask PPP about that. I assume it wouldn't, we wouldn't know because he would have said otherwise. But you see, I'm just saying this is really gay, and I'm going to cover it. I'm just going to, make a video about it.
Well, yeah, go ahead. I mean, that's what PPP was just talking about. He wants people to cover it, right?
Yeah, and it was weird that Toad McKinley covered Boogie, making, what is it, leaked DMs about Boogie, his subreddit or something. It's so uninteresting. But these leaked DMs,
the only thing I know about Boogie is the
having sex with a married
thing.
woman after asking his alien girlfriend to go to another shed. That stuff's like ridiculous.
Right. Okay. So then I don't understand what the upset would be then, at least in regards to people covering it. If you're going to cover it, it should be good, right?
And I believe it is. And it's sad that people like Dame Pesos, Easy Peasy, Josh, Kiwi Farms, they've all sidestepped it. So that's why I'm going to take up it. I have a life.
It sounds like you're trying to shame them into doing it. Like if you don't do this.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's, you see, they were the ones who took the first action. Like Toad McKinley I only found out about all this because of a tweet he made. I don't watch Dick. I don't watch Ralph. No, he's been on Dick's show. He's been on. And what is
so
it?
just going on the show was enough?
No, I'm saying being on the show. I don't know if he has a new project too. Going on a show, being on a new project too. These are all like signs that you're not going to make fun of Dick. Now you claim the only reason you're never going to make fun of Dick you did, right? Give us wings, right? Is because you were spoiled by Jesse. And I think that's weird because Jesse wasn't the one who was sexting Dick. Jamie was. She wrote a Medium blog post about it that got deleted. It's amazing.
The ad that came to me was from Jesse.
Yeah.
And then you can see it. It's still on my timeline of them trying to do this gay little ob. Yes, that soured me on it. It's not like it's hidden. You can go look right now and look at it.
No, the original article you have to get an archive because Jamie is the one.
Nobody linked me an original article. What I was linked were screen caps of DM conversations where shit was hidden, and that came from Jesse. That's why it soured me on it.
Okay, and I'm trying to say my video or this has like nothing to do with Jesse. It has to do with Dick. Basically having sex with a married woman, putting off his girlfriend to the side, and then when confronted about it, scream like this. Turns into a tomato, reeing harder than I've seen Ralph ever do to PPP. And by the way, let's talk about that stream too. 6+ hours where Hooked Nose Ricada is getting thousands of dollars in streams, and the only part where PPP talks to them is like about an hour. For 5+ hours afterward, they just are saying, "Oh, PPP, what an autist, what a loser." Oh, yeah, he's great. Oh, let me read this another super chat for $100. PPP is autistic. You guys deserve it. They just ran damage control. But wait, can you watch that video on their channel now? You cannot. It's private, Jim. The only videos of it are re-uploads.
Okay, maybe it's privated because
because of the F slurs. Oh, because a public address that was already known was said on it. And Dick
don't play dumb about it. What just happened to PPP, right? He got nailed for hate speech. Why would Nick put his shit on private or delete it? Well, he's probably worried about the same thing.
It wasn't nailed for hate speech. He's made it private.
PPP didn't get his video taken down for hate speech?
Their video was not taken down for hate speech, and I'm implying the reason why it's private is because they got wiped with the floor so badly by PPP in his 1 hour presence, and they spent another 5 hours just soaking up the tears of everyone there. It's embarrassing. That stream is absolutely an embarrassment for them. And the fact that it's private and the only re-uploads have less than 5,000 views. How did you watch it, Jim? Did you watch it live?
Yes.
So you watched it live. Okay. So for other people.
Not 6 hours of it. I mean, I watched right kind of around the time that PPP got on, and then A little while later, Zoom, and then that was it. I don't for the other 4 hours. I guess I don't know what they fucking talked about.
I'll tell you. Gator came on with his little broom and dustpan, and he started sweeping up and saying, "Oh no, yeah, the PPP guy, yeah, he's autistic, he's terrible." And it's a good thing you didn't watch it because it's awful. But now no one can watch that 1 hour thing unless it's re-uploaded at 360p quality, cropped on someone's phone on Godwinson's channel.
Right, and I'm saying I don't find it awkward that they would have. I personally, I would have deleted it. If you're worried, if you're saying there are docs in it, if you're saying that there's gamer words in it, it's going to get them fucking nailed by YouTube. That's not a mystery.
Yeah, and I'm trying to say that's your top concern. I say it's not their top concern. Their top concern is they made it look really bad.
But there are re-uploads, right?
Yeah. I think one of them, there was a full 6-hour one that I downloaded before it got deleted. I don't know if it got deleted or privated. I might need to look at the original YouTube code that I use because I'm using it for my video. I have the full 6-hour one from a different channel. None of them have been flagged yet, and it's because no one knows about it. The original stream, they made their $5,000 or how much money, and then they just went mum and are just dancing on PPP's grave, saying, "Ha ha ha! Look at this loser, this guy. I thought you said you like the little guy. You hate seeing the little guy being destroyed by these guys who receive thousands of dollars to read articles."
Well, I don't know if I'd call PPP little, but okay. It's a fat
He's
joke.
quite massive. He is quite massive indeed. But
I guess I'm trying to get your gripe here. I mean, you can't bitch at people and try to shame them into covering something you want.
I'm not shaming anyone into doing. I'm just.
Well, you're saying like easy peasy, go to McKinley. They need to just. Why won't they do this?
James, I'm not shaming them. I'm saying, wow, their friendship is making them not make the video, so I'm going to. And this is going to be in the video. That's why I'm doing the stream.
But you're making the assumption there's a friendship there.
I'm making the assumption there's a friendship here. Oh, why are you being
really weird one? Is
being so obtuse? You're being so obtuse. I'm assuming that there's a friendship between Josh and Dick when he's been on his streams multiple times, first-hand contact with him.
The weird one is easy peasy. You still haven't explained that. So he doesn't want to cover it, and this is because he's somehow secret friends with Dick.
Okay, maybe that's a stretch. I did it because he's on EDF. He's someone I just noticed from EDF, like Encyclopedia Rank. He's maybe not as close as everyone else, and he's not going to be in the video either. Okay, but I'm just trying to say, like, you're being obtuse if you don't think a bunch of friends are covering for each other, and that's really gay. But actually, you're going to love this.
But covering for what? That's what I'm getting back to. The crux of this is what? That Dick said ridiculous shit to fuck a girl? And or that PPP went on Nick Mercator's stream and they argued? It's
not just that they're not covering the fact that he sent, that his eye is hurt. He's lying to get this woman who later had a post saying that Dick is totally fake. This small-faced Mexican. She doesn't want anything to do. They're not gonna mention any of those things. But then when videos or streams do make about it, his channel gets taken down. His Kiwi Farms thread gets locked. They make a containment thread because I see people in the chat saying 100 times, "Oh no, there's another thread." The containment thread's up doesn't include Jamie's original delete. Jamie, not Jesse. Instead that thread's all about Jesse. It does the same approach you do, Jim. This Jesse guy wanted to make Dick look bad, and it backfired. So this is, let's agree, not funny.
What are you talking about? I'm not going to get personal armied by some faggot I don't know on the internet, Jesse, into doing his bidding.
But yeah, again,
we're going to get Jim. We're going to get Jim to do something, and we're going to get Jim to do something. We're going to sucker him into it. We're so slick. Not happening.
So
man.
Jesse sexed Dick, because Jamie is the one who did the original. Jamie is the one who did the original post and the one who leaked the original DMs.
Jamie is.
She's the one. Oh, she's the one at the center of the DMs.
So you're way more involved in this than I am.
What do you mean? I just decided to read the actual DMs, unlike you or anyone else who said it's not funny.
I had a group of shit sent to me from a guy that tried to trick me into doing something for him, and I said it was gay, and that's pretty much where I let it drop. So apparently you are more informed on this than I am.
I'm working on a video, and I basically the not funny stamp that Josh and everyone else has stamped officially on it. I ignored it. I ignored that stamp. Decided to read the DMs. Decided to look.
I said it is funny. There is funny shit in the stuff that I saw, but I'm not going to get invested with it because it's the same shit people tried with JF with me.
Okay, so I'm not going to get invested with it because it's the same stuff JF did to me, stamped from Jim. I ignored that and decided to open and continue reading, and I'm making a video on it with this in it.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool. That's all. I just wanted to see that it's very clear.
To see that what's very clear? Because I'm a little more confused now, I guess.
Yeah, because I'm thinking more and more about it.
About what?
The parallels to the 9/11 of the internet, to that thing.
The fuck are you talking about?
This thing called, that you got famous off of. The thing that caused all these grifters to exist in the first place, like Ralph and co.
Which would be?
You made several videos on it. I think it's called Gamergate. Perhaps you know about it. I just saw parallels.
A 6-year-old hashtag?
Yeah, but no, this guy.
You want to
this guy makes
a 6-year-old hashtag?
A post,
really?
A post about some dude's sex details gets censored. The DMs get censored. And everyone says, oh, it's not funny. Who cares? It's dumb. And it just now happens the people who are saying it's not funny, it's not worth your time, or you're just trying to force me to do it, are now the people who once
we need to keep,
the ones covering Zoe Quinn.
We need to keep sluts out of video games. How are you confused about that?
Yeah, and I think we need to let, keep Catholic Americans out of America. And that's what I'm doing. By
all right, good luck with that.
Thank you. But yeah, PPP, is there anything else you want to say? We've been going on for...
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I'm
gotta
back
be like
in.
8-year-old hashtags you want to throw into the conversation.
I'm back in. Hey, Jim, let's get back. So what I was talking with you about before, Leo came in and made his points, and he made his points, and there are his points, and they're fun. But what I was going to ask you was, why do you think that Ethan Ralph has relapsed? What would you point out as being the root cause of that?
I have no fucking idea. I mean, if he's an alcoholic, he's going to drink, isn't he?
Well, I just think that every single time that he's been relapsing, it seems to happen on a day where I expose him for something or make fun of him. He'll show up in my chat and he seethes and he spurgs, and then he drinks himself into a stupor. And so I really think I am the root cause, unfortunately, of Ralph's alcoholism. And I think that that's why he comes after me so hard, and tries to, flag my videos or tries to fuck with me. I mean, would you think that might be an accurate assessment, or is that off base?
I think that you two probably hate each other. I mean, it's entertaining to watch you go back and forth. I think the flagging shit's gay, regardless of who it's fucking happening to.
Okay. But do you think that, Ralph's relapse might have anything to do with the drama surrounding him?
I legitimately have no idea what's going on in Ralph's life. I mean, I think his mother's sick, so maybe he's drinking because she's dying. I have no fucking clue.
Well, his wife did happen to divorce him a couple months ago as well.
Okay, so I guess there you go.
Well, now that he's exposed, he keeps going. He makes it worse and worse for himself. I just don't know. It just seems like to me, you just don't want to criticize Ralph. You say he's gay or whatever, but you don't want to point out the hypocrisy of what he does. He makes his name off Mundane Matt. Well, he then tells people to flag JF. He celebrates my flagging. He's in there calling me a pedophile, but you don't point out any of this hypocrisy. You just say, he's gay. I made fun of the pill stream. Do you know what I mean? I'm wondering where the standards are. Do you know?
What standards?
Well, do you not have a standard?
I have a standard of doing what I'm interested in.
So if Ralph is advocating for JF's audience to be flagged, you disavow Ralph? You say that Ralph is wrong for doing that?
Yeah, just like I say JF is wrong for doing that. Just like I say saying it happening to Nick would be blessed is wrong.
You want to go back to that, you know what I mean? It's a gotcha moment for you, But I
didn't. It's not a gotcha moment. You literally offered it to me on a plate.
But it is. And
you served it to me on a platter. And
what you want to do is you want to take one remark said loosely in fun, in jest, and then try and make it out to be as though I support flagging and I'm just as guilty as motherfuckers who are directly.
I never said you flagged anybody, but I said you did celebrate it. You celebrated the idea.
I celebrated the idea of it.
Yeah.
Like, get real, Jim. Like, have a reality check.
Now a little upset.
But no, well, Jim, you're doing a gaslight, and I just don't like it when people
try and gaslight shit. Are we
trying to assert your own version of reality?
Are we 13-year-old girls on Tumblr? You're not gaslighting you?
I don't know. What you're actually doing is just gunt guarding, and it's
pretty
shameless. It's
Okay.
pretty shameless, the gunt guarding that you're doing.
I'm sorry that you can't seem to convince all these people to cover shit you want them to cover. Maybe nobody fucking cares.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of people care. There's a lot of people here watching it now. A lot of people on Kiwi Farms talking about it.
Okay, great.
It seems as though the organic audience seems to care a lot. It seems as though
So
the
then
e-celebrities
you
who
should- you should
grift
be
don't want the
fine.
truth out there. The e-celebrities who are grifting don't want it out there. And they're out to silence people like me who will cover things like this because it makes them upset.
Well, that's
I mean, you
fine.
can smugly chuckle. You can do the
I
Sargon
told you to
routine.
carry on.
You can
your-
do the
your great
Sargon
fight.
routine and smugly chuckle,
I'm
but the reality
legitimately
is different.
smuggling at you because it's just this is weird.
All right, well, listen, Sargon. PPP, now that you're here, you have been flagged by your video's themes when they are flagged have to do with Ralph and Co., right?
Of course, they always do.
That's strange.
But that's just
Oh,
a
no, don't worry.
coincidence.
You don't know. It's a coincidence. You have no idea. Maybe it was because of hate speech. That's why it's because of hate speech.
Hey,
and
I
that's
mean, if
not
we're going
gay.
to go with any
Okay.
possibility, maybe you guys are attention horses.
Jim, you're just
wait a
obtuse.
minute.
Jim,
Now
you're such a
going
maybe
to
cunt.
maybe
attention.
you're
Calm
attention
down.
horse and you
Everybody
flake
calm
yourself.
down. I have
You
one
ever
point
think
to
of that?
make.
Maybe that's
I
what
have
you
one
did.
point to
Maybe
make.
Leo's the mastermind. He wants
I have one point to make, Jim.
You
You
start
said
flagging
that
people to stir the shit.
you said Surfer was a white nationalist, right?
Didn't he
So
say that on his stream?
Well, you've seen Surfer's streams, right?
No, I saw your stream where he said I'm a white nationalist, didn't he?
That's the only stream you've seen Surfer.
Well, yeah, that was he was on
Okay.
your stream.
Because but Surfer says a lot of things that are pretty outrageous. He's pretty fucking wild out there. He's pretty Wignat style. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And
that's
so,
fine.
but those streams don't get flagged where Surfer's dropping N-bombs or saying the K slur or doing whatever. Those don't get flagged. But for whatever reason, the videos criticizing Ethan Ralph do. So it's clearly not YouTube's automated system of hate speech. These are clearly motivated by some group that doesn't want me to talk about Ethan Ralph. I mean, is that not a conclusion that seems reasonable to you, or am I off base?
I'm willing to accept any possibility, but along with that is that maybe you two are attention whoring and flagging yourselves.
Yeah. So, by the way,
So
where was the first
what
stream?
defines an attention whore, though? Like, aren't all e-celebs attention whores? Like, do you not make videos so that people will watch them and you make
Yes,
money,
we are all in this stream right now attention whores.
The
Absolutely.
difference, yeah, except
So
we're not accepting
why-
thousands of dollars while doing it, but continue.
So you're a poor attention whore, but you're an attention whore.
We're
So
people
you-
who don't
you
let money
yourself are
influence
one, so
us.
the pot calling
But
the kettle
you
black.
let attention influence
But
you.
the pot's calling the kettle black. You admitted you're an attention whore, so it's not a real argument, right? You admit that, right? If we're all on the same boat, how
But
can
don't
you
worry,
say-
don't worry. If he loses super chats, he could just bitch to Karen more, and then it'll make it happen, right? You know, it's Susan. Sorry, Susan.
Get the names right. You're fucking everybody.
Oh, sorry. They're all white women names. Forget it.
Read from the script. You don't
The
feel little
script? What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
God, you guys are trying so hard, and it's really weird.
You're trying
I'm sorry.
so hard to
I'm
make it
sorry
seem like
that
nothing
nobody.
matters.
I'm sorry that nobody you want to cover it
Want
will
to-
cover it. I'm sorry
No, the
that Josh
people who
doesn't
have
give a
covered-
shit.
So, I mean, the
I'm
people
sorry
who have
that
covered
Dick
things similar to
Masterson
this
isn't
won't
a
cover this because they're
mastermind
friends with
puppet
him.
I'm
master
sorry
on the
that
internet.
you're a disingenuous faggot, Jim. That's what.
Well,
I'm
that's
really sorry
hurtful. I mean,
It's
I'll
hurtful, but it's
I'll have to
Your
live
feelings
with
are
it.
hurt, Jim. You're a big boy.
Well, you guys,
You
you
can
put out
take
those
reality.
world-shaking videos, and you get the truth out there.
Well, the truth is coming out there, Jim.
We're waiting for it.
What do
We're
you mean-
waiting for the
whoa, whoa,
next
whoa, whoa, whoa.
chapter.
What do you mean
Who's
we?
the fourth man?
What do you mean we? I thought.
We, the tentative audience. Didn't you just call us
Fifth man's
all out?
coming to-
The fifth man. Oh, I'm waiting for the
fifth
sixth
man.
man.
And
The sixth.
The sixth man is coming, Jim.
The seventh. And the eighth and the ninth.
Who knows? Who knows how many men there are? All
But
the Guntel.
I have a feeling a lot with this group.
The only thing that matters is that Ralph might actually fight PPP, and it should be to the death, and that's really what we're most looking forward to. But in the meantime, we'll sate the audience's appetite with covering this.
With this, yeah.
Well, Jim, what do you think of that idea of me fighting Ethan Ralph? Do you think it'd be entertaining?
I thought it was gay when Worski and Tonka wanted to do it. I think in
Oh, I
real
see.
life fighting is stupid, but I'll watch it if you two idiots are going to do it.
Okay. So, but if you
On the
think,
line, you guys like
so
doing
if it's gay when Tonka does it, will you admit that Ralph trying to challenge me to this fight is gay?
Yes, in real life fighting is gay. Yeah.
So Ralph,
Why do you think
Ethan
that's?
Ralph is in fact gay, and he is turned into Tonka Saw.
That's not what I said. I said in real life
Well,
fighting is
Is
gay.
it true? I mean, if he's doing the same thing Tonka did.
Yes,
he
if
not
you're
turning-
challenging people to fight you on the internet, yes, you are gay. That's a gay thing to do. Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad that you finally are able to criticize Ethan Ralph. That's a positive.
Well, he's made jokes about him in the past. He's we're good. No video about his flagging, right? Because we're whores, or we're like pressuring him.
You
We're
are a
pressuring
massive
Jim.
attention whore.
Pressuring Jim into
You are a
making
massive
videos
attention
by
whore.
saying that someone he goes on stream with flags.
Massive.
So are you.
Galaxy size.
What are you talking about? You admitted you're an attention whore yourself.
Anybody on the internet doing this shit's an attention whore. What the fuck are you talking about?
So then what are you, how can it be a real criticism if you yourself and everybody is guilty?
If we're all in the shit, pointing out that we're all in the shit.
Criticism that refutes his points, but you're a huge attention whore.
Yeah, the difference is
it's not a real point.
When Dick Masterson's DMs come out, Jim is going to go on a stream with Ralph and tell them, yeah, this is dumb, it's not funny. But when we're like, hey, we're trying to wonder why this channel got taken down, why the video where PPP destroys them is privated and stuff, you say, well, you're all attention whores. This is not funny. Sorry, you're begging people to make videos.
Well, you are. You just, what was it? Oh, Easy Peasy's friends with Dick. Well, I just saw him on the EDF forum. You're just throwing names out to get attention.
You. I never said Easy Peasy needs to make a video. Oh, you're so full
of fucking attention whore.
So, Sargon, do you have?
Yeah, that's what you are. You are an attention whore. Oh, you have been since Gamergate. You have been since Gamergate.
Yeah. I can thank you for that.
Go fight the Mexican Catholics, Leo.
I mean, don't you make money? Retard. Look, I'm just saying, if censorship and flagging does so much damage to our community, why are Ralph and Dick participating in it for like? It just seems
if they are participating in it, it's fucked up. I've told you that. If you have concrete proof, put it out there. Blast their ass for it.
So when the concrete proof comes out, will you then criticize them for
absolutely.
it?
If you got concrete proof of it, yes. Why wouldn't I? It's gay, fag shit. Yes, I will absolutely criticize them.
You won't be saying it's just a nothing, it's not funny.
If you have proof that there's a group of people flagging you because they don't want your word out there on the internet, you got something good, yeah, I will call those people gay. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
So if you had to guess who is responsible for it, would you say it's just the YouTube community policy group, that the AI that flagged?
I have no idea. You guys have been going back and forth and attracted quite a lot of fucking secondary and third characters. You've got Zoom interested now. Maybe he's fucking with you.
Here's the thing, though. If none of it mattered, then like, why would the thread be locked? Why would it just like? Who cares? If it's just as dumb as it is, why did this whole shitstorm start?
Why aren't you asking?
Jim? Why are you here right now?
Because
like, clearly this doesn't matter.
He asked me to come, so I said.
And why did PPP ask you? Because Dick's DMs are apparently not being allowed to, or like
I was invited on the stream, but if you have such a grudge or umbrage with Josh, invite Josh on.
Yeah, I don't have his contact info, but
you just said you had it. No, wait a minute.
I was in
you
a
said
Discord DM.
So you can get a hold of him.
Discord, no, I can't.
So
Discord, no. Let me finish. Let me qualify for this because Jim loves getting a quick thing. I'm in his server. He's in a group voice chat. I talked with him there. Didn't record it. I'm not friends with him. So I don't have a way to do him.
You're friends with him, but I'm saying if you wanted him on, obviously you can get a hold of him. It's not that big a deal, right? It's easy to get a hold of people on the internet, isn't it?
Well, it's not easy to get a hold of you. It's only after this
he literally asked me, "Can you come on a stream?" And I said, "Sure."
Only after this 1 hour, what is it? Absolute dumpster fire on Ricada's stream is privated, and then his channel is taken down. Like. Otherwise you wouldn't expect you just to go around to every single stream you like. But there's a reason why you're here, and you're deliberate, like obtuse, and I have no idea what's going on. This is just crazy. It's so transparent, and calling all of us attention whores.
Well, you are. You have been since Gamergate. That's why you still talk about it. 6 years later,
talk about it? Fuck you. What are you talking about?
Who cares about it?
To do with it. Who cares? You don't.
You just dropped it. You brought it up now.
I'm drawing parallels.
Jesus, a 6-year-old hashtag.
Can we all agree, though? Can we all agree that Gamergate was a cancer? And it
was the biggest not video game post in the history of V. But James is the one who started it.
I've always wanted to ask you this.
Yeah,
do you feel at all responsible for what happened in Gamergate? Do you feel at all a little bit ashamed of how it turned out, knowing that you were kind of the catalyst for it? I know you didn't endorse what happened after with the grifting.
The catalyst for it was 4chan's V-board.
So you're saying the conspiracy theory videos didn't kick this off?
What I'm saying is you're talking about like what started this and where was it being talked about? It was obviously on the V video game board.
And I'm just drawing parallels to the fact that you made a video over Mundane Matt getting flagged. And I'm going to make a video about PPP getting flagged. But this is attention whoring and gay. But when you did it...
because you're obviously getting upset. You're getting upset because I'm not as interested as you want me to be.
I'm getting upset because you're so fake, Jim. That's why.
Oh, so there's more to it. There's more to it. Okay. You're holding it back in, holding it in a little bit and waiting to drop it. Why don't you just say what you think?
Drop a few Sargon Shuckles and I might break.
Say what you think, Leo, instead of being a little, passive-aggressive bitch. Just say it.
Okay, you're a faggot. There you go. You got it.
Well, you're a faggot too. Now, hashtag Gamergate.
Let's settle this down.
Go talk about that some more, retard.
I have a point to make that's not about Gamergate.
Thank God.
Thank God, I know. But what I'm going to say is this. Remember when we were talking about Sargon and his capos and how they were flagging people in the doxing server? You kind of were a little bit of a conspiracy theorist when it came to that, no?
Yeah, sure.
And so I just don't understand the criticism of, coming after me and saying I'm fucked up for doing this or I'm crazy for doing this when you didn't really have concrete proof that that was happening with the skeptics, right? It was kind of a hunch, right?
It wasn't a hunch. People dropped a fuck ton of screen caps from Discords and video recordings of list after list after list called a target list.
So it eventually came out, but initially, there was
was the initially.
I just don't know. I just think it's funny to, have been a conspiracy theorist yourself at certain points in time, but now this isn't worth looking into. Like, do you think it's worth looking into at least?
I'm saying if you want to dig. If you find shit, great. If they're responsible, they're gay for it. But I haven't seen anything showing that.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of promises.
You don't think there's any
like Jesse saying that
that would point towards, for instance, Ethan Ralph being the one that would have flagged down my video or Gator when I've had, streams. The only times I really get flagged down or for their specific instances where I'm doing videos on them. You don't think that circumstantial evidence points at all in the direction of them being responsible?
I'm literally telling you, if they flagged you down, they're faggots for doing it.
So I just would like to see their report histories. Do you think that it would be good for Ethan Ralph and Gator and all these guys to show us their report histories so that we can know if for sure it wasn't them?
Go ask them. That's what we did with Monday Matt. We literally asked him to do it.
But you wouldn't advocate for Ralph to show his report history right now?
Sure. Have Ralph show his report history.
So you're saying that Ethan Ralph should show his report history?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. That's what Daddy Jim said, Ethan. You should show us your report history. But you have nothing to hide, right? You have nothing to hide. You have nothing to fear. But I have a feeling it's going to end up Mundane Matt style where it's either Shannon. I think it's Gator really that's doing it, But
let me ask you this. Let's say they do it. Let's say they do right now or they do it tonight or whatever their fucking streams are. And they show you their whole report histories and there's nothing there.
Well,
then who did it?
If there's nothing there in their report histories, it still doesn't necessarily clear them entirely because, of course, there's capos that work for them that do these ops anyway. I would just like them to at least take the first step towards transparency by showing us their report histories to show that they didn't flag it down. And I think you would agree with me that would make sense.
I'm not against it, no.
He's too busy covering coronavirus. Let him do his thing. Let him pretend he doesn't.
That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in coronavirus, yes.
Great. I'll turn on the TV to learn more. It's
awesome. You do that. Hashtag Gamergate.
Hashtag Gamergate.
What the fuck are you doing?
Put your fursuit on. Hashtag Gamergate.
Absolutely. I'm typing this right now with the mic in my fursuit as we speak.
Hashtag Gamergate.
What the fuck are you getting at, though? Just throw in some of these quips and stuff, and maybe it'll stick. Maybe people will think that. Because
God, you are a mad little man.
What about the one thing that hasn't been brought up, actually?
Sure, go ahead.
In my stream, before it went down, a co-host of Dick Masterson's Veto, who's an authorized account, came into my chat, and he started to race bait. He told, because I was doing the Ethan Ralph Southern Plantation character that I do that, right? And he goes, do that again. So you know what? I said, fine, I did it. I did the bit. And then 5 minutes later, my stream goes down. And we know that verified accounts do have certain power. And now Veto, because it looked so suspicious, released his report history, which didn't include flagging my stream, but it had showed he had flagged 4 streams before. So
4 of your streams?
No, 4 other people's streams.
Was it related to any of the shit you're covering now?
No, but I'm just saying it shows that people related to Dick Masterson have been involved in flagging before. So it may not have necessarily been Capo Vito that did it, but it may have been Capo Sean or any other capo that works for Dick or Gator. That's all I'm saying. It's just suspicious that we have this verified account showing up Veto. Then the stream goes down. Then he shows his report history, which shows a history of flagging. But then we're going to pretend like there's no possible way these guys could have colluded. And then on top of this, there are screen caps of the Dick Masterson Facebook page that show them saying, got him, patrolled, and we, is it coincidence or is there something to this?
So Dick Masterson is posting on his Facebook page that he got you?
Not Dick Masterson. Dick Masterson's people are posting on
it was
the
in
Facebook.
the Facebook group for Dick Masterson, yeah. But he hasn't seen this, and we can't show it to him live on air now. This is all. There's no evidence, nothing. Who cares?
I'm just saying that, you know, if Jim had to look into it, perhaps he would find things.
No, that means we're begging. That means we're begging him.
Make a compelling, entertaining video putting it together, and maybe people will give a shit.
Well, I think that is what's going to take place.
And that's
we're very early on in this process,
exactly.
right?
So.
We're very early on in the process. I'm just saying that there's something here that's at least somewhat compelling, somewhat funny, somewhat entertaining. I think, Jim, if you're honest with yourself, you have to agree.
Oh, he's not honest. Look at his content over years. You know,
well,
I'm a huge.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Jim,
sorry to disappoint you.
James, the thing about you is you kind of do a joke that you still do it anyway. For your first page right there, I'm a huge whore. I'm selling out. And then you still are a whore.
Yeah, I am.
This is the problem. You kind of just...
Should I be dishonest?
Because you're the amazing apatheist. You don't actually believe in anything. And you can kind of just go about, saying your jokes. Oh, I love the Sweetie Squad.
What should I care about?
Do you think the Sweetie Squad is cringe or not?
What should I care about, Leo?
How can I not ignore the Sweetie Squad basically being Kakistan? But, oh, no, you love the Sweetie Squad. Because anyone with a brain is like, oh, clearly he's joking. But then those Sweetie Squad, oh, Jim loves those.
Oh, no, I absolutely adore my fans, yeah.
Yeah. So you see, that statement right there. Anyone with a brain knows you're joking because they're awful. Seeing a guy in a full white suit dressing up as Jim for Halloween, that's awful. But no, that's actually great.
You brought up this like nihilistic, oh, you're the apatheist, you don't care about anything. What should I care about?
Well, the things that you've stated in the past.
Not you people. I want to hear it from Gamergate. Okay. Leo, what should I care about?
So literally, you keep saying that I'm the one bringing it up. In the last 5
You literally brought it up first.
In the last 5 to 10 minutes, you have said
you brought it up first, so I'm going to keep bringing it up. You wanted it as a topic.
Like in the last 5 minutes, you said it at least 4 times.
I'm going to say it 100 times. So what should I care
Why don't you
about?
keep saying it to show how much I care, even though my channel has nothing to do with it, and I've deleted all my Gamergate videos? But please keep telling me. Say I'm a furry. Say I'm into Gamergate, and maybe people who are as dumb enough to buy your merch will believe you. No, they'll believe you because they.
Leo, just tell me, what should I care about?
What?
You said I'm an apatheist, though. You don't care about anything. What should I care about, Leo?
You don't believe in anything, so you can just make these lies left and right. You can be fake as fuck in front of people and have not a single hint of guilt on your conscience.
What should I believe in?
I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. If you want to talk to one, PPP is right here. No, PPP is right here.
What should I believe in, Leo?
Well, I'd like you to believe in Jesus Christ myself, Jim, and give your life to him as your personal savior. But we know that's not happening. But
please, I have no problem talking to PPP. I really want him to tell me. I really want an answer to this. What should I care about, Leo?
Well, my channel content, if you're interested, will tell you. It has mostly to do with Jesus Christ. The same kind of content PPP does. When he does sermons.
Now, is it actual Jesus content, or is it
It's actual. Biblical stuff.
Well,
it's not Roman Catholic.
I do have a legitimate background in Christianity. Right? Like my grandfather was.
I know, but you like to troll and shit. Is what I'm getting at. Is
Leo
trolling too, or is he like legit into the Christian stuff?
I am legit into that,
and I'm legit as well.
My whole life,
and being legit into it allows me to still call you a faggot. It's not like those are two mutually.
I never said you couldn't, but I'm asking you what I should believe in, and you're telling me you're upset that I don't believe in Christ, right? That's what we.
I said because you don't, you're allowed to. Basically, without a hint of guilt on your conscience, lie to your fans. Basically, I could scam from them. I could know the Sweetie Squad.
What if I lied to them?
I love the Sweetie Squad and stuff. You don't think any of it? Right there, you say I love the Sweetie Squad.
I do. Why wouldn't I like people that watch my shit?
No, I think if you've seen what they do or like who they are, you'd say it's just as cringe as Kakistan. But because you don't care you care more about the money that they give you, you're willing to say here in front of everyone, "Oh, I love the Sweetie Squad. I love the Sweetie Squad."
Quick question though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jim, like Dick Masterson would say, like he said, you're the untrickable man. And people say like you're the last cool kid on the internet. And like, do you at all like feel secondhand embarrassment for them that they suck your dick that hard? And, people who say you're the savior of Western civilization and all that shit, right? Like you don't feel at any all secondhand embarrassment for them that they ride your nuts that hard?
I'd say it's the stupidest shit ever. Yeah, I don't believe that I'm the fucking savior of the West or that I'm untrickable. Or some dark internet troll. I'm not going the Vox Day route of sitting in a mahogany chair talking about my day-to-day shit.
No, you're none of those. He's just an attention whore. That's
Well, hold on. I want to bring it back to one thing that I personally have always wondered about. Helsing 920 was a channel I used to watch. When I was a teenager.
I used to watch. He was alive.
Yeah, he's dead now, and it's sad, And there are people like a Salieri who were pissing on his grave, and then the next week saying that they were his best buddy, But aside from that, I remember you making fun of Emmer because he had a merch store and he put his face on clocks and all this fucking shit, Yep. And now you have the merch store like Emer, and like I just wonder, like, what was it that made you change your mind from that shit's fucking gay to that it's acceptable now for you to do it? Is it just that you saw other people making the money and you said, fuck, I need to as well?
Well, the initial impetus for the merchandise was because I thought I had a lunatic that was going to start filing, litigiously against me in civil court like he had done to other people.
So it's for the money.
Yeah. Because
that
was the impetus for it. Once it was up, then it was for just, I'm going to leave it up, make money. Why not?
These roundabout answers, though. Just say it. Yeah, it's for money.
It's a literal answer to the question you're asking.
So did it ever manifest?
Did Monograph ever sue me? No.
So then why don't you take down this merch store?
Because it's already up and I'm making money.
It's already up and you're making money. Got it. So just saying you make money. Good.
You're asking me why I initially put it up, and I answered you.
And you decided now that you make money after.
Or should I take it down now so Pastor Leo of Gamergate's happy? Fuck off.
Pastor Gamergate of Leo. I have no idea what the fuck.
Well, of course you should.
I've had my
down
by the way,
now
Jim,
because you've already compromised on what you had said before. So at this point, reversing it makes no sense. But like, it's not a big deal that you changed your mind.
No, you've literally just agreed with what I said. Yes, once the merch store went up, what's the point, right?
Exactly. The battle is lost.
There you go.
Now, but what was the initial? Because I remember you saying that Patreon is digital welfare.
Yes,
and
it is.
SJWs use it as digital welfare.
Absolutely, they do.
You started one for yourself.
Yep, I did.
What was the reasoning for that?
Well, those are personal matters. I don't really talk about my personal.
He's a whore. He said it everywhere. He's a whore.
Well, that too. Yeah, I am an attention.
So I remember it being a sickness. And it doesn't seem as though you've died,
No, there's things such as chronic diseases, though. Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, did you not have a job? Like, do you have a job now?
Why would I share personal?
That's none of our business. But Jim, I just want to make
it. No, really. Why would I share personal? Where do you work?
We don't need to. You don't need to. That's
so weird. Where do you work?
That's irrelevant.
Right.
Well, no, I'll tell you.
I don't want to know where he works.
I just
want to know if he had a different source of income.
Sure, that's not relevant. PPP, that's not relevant. But if you're gonna ask me what I worked, I've had my YouTube channel since 2007. All right, I made a total of 5 videos on Gamergate, and I didn't ever made any money about any of it. And for the last 30 minutes, you've just been ranting about a question I had about a parallel between the two. So I just want to make that absolutely clear.
I want to make it absolutely clear that you were the first one to bring it up, and it's gay, and so I'm going to make fun of it. Yeah,
and I'm trying to say you became like the people that you were adamantly fighting against when you
made
a video about Mundane Matt.
What hashtag?
Mundane Matt. When you made a video because of Mundane Matt.
What hashtag movement did I co-opt?
So you made a movement.
What hashtag movement did I co-opt to make money, Leo?
What question are you? It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You made a video about Mundane Matt getting flagged. And I was drawing parallels to how I'm going to be making a video about PPP getting flagged, both of them having to do with salacious sex details that are leaked online, which everyone's saying is not important. No one should look into it. And I'm just going to be making a video about it. And now for the last half an hour, you've been saying I'm a Gamergate furry what? I don't even know what you're talking about. But if you keep saying it and your dumb fans who buy your merch will hear you say it, they'll probably just believe it.
They're so stupid. They don't see the light like you bring, Pastor Leo, about those fucking Catholic Mexicans. Praise Catholic Leo. Or no, I'm sorry, Episcopalian Leo.
That was pretty good. That's a good one. I'll give it to you.
Well, holy fuck. Like, I don't know. Things have gone a little bit away from where the initial discussion was.
Well, sure, reel it back in. What do you have anything else? I mean, I'm here to talk to you.
I don't know, Jim. I think that it boggles my mind that you just, for whatever reason, continue to not criticize people like Ethan Ralph for the hypocrisy that they do when you have at least a standard that flagging is wrong and advocating for it is wrong. But all you'll say is it's gay. Like, you don't actually criticize him.
If you put together a literal compelling video that shows that Ethan Ralph or his capos or however you wanted to like define them has done this to you, yeah, I'll absolutely call it out. But
well, it's not just me. What about JF? I mean, that's confirmed and that's public that he's told people to flag JF.
But you started that by saying that JF had told people to flag people, and then Ralph had told people to flag JF. So I said it's flaggers flagging each other.
So it excuses Ralph's behavior because somebody else did the same crime. That's not how it works.
How what works? The internet?
It's not how anything works. Because two wrongs don't make a right, Jim. It doesn't magically erase that Ralph did that just because somebody else was flagging. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I told you both instances were gay, didn't I?
It's just gay. Like, you have no other criticism.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to say? What would satisfy?
I want you.
Give me the words you want me to say.
I just want you to let everybody know that he has now become Mundane Matt. He has now become Tonkasaw.
But he hasn't. You haven't shown that he's come after you.
It's not that he's come after him. It's proven that he's come after other people. It's out there in the open already. And there's a lot of circumstantial evidence that he's come after me.
Well,
so
put it
I just
together
don't understand
in a compelling package.
Why are you so determined to defend this man when he's an
alcoholic? I'm telling you, put together your best video that shows all this shit. And if it's good and it shows it, I will fucking call him out.
Well, we put together some videos. They've been taken down.
Well,
we haven't had the opportunity to see them. But there will be a video coming, and I just I hope that you do hold yourself to that, because we've seen that you do change what your word was before, so you might change it again. So I just want to make sure that if
shit
this
happens
info
over the
comes
course of 10 years, yes. But I'm telling you, if you put together a fucking compelling video that shows what you're accusing them of happened, I will absolutely fucking call them out. Why wouldn't I?
Okay, I'm just glad that you've admitted to that at least. I'm glad for that, and I think we're finding some common ground here. I'm not trying to fucking come at you that hard, Jim.
You haven't come at me at all.
I'm just trying to have some fun here, and talk through this with you and see what your opinions are on these things, because a lot of people do take your opinions very seriously, and you know that. And so I think you have a certain, this is gay to say, but you have a certain responsibility to hold people to the standards that you've held other people to. That's just what I believe. Maybe you believe something different.
Apparently I do, I guess. I don't know. I'm saying put together an entertaining video that shows what you're saying, and I will call them out.
Great.
Okay.
Is that not fair?
Yeah, it is.
I think so. And I'm glad that you've come to that point. The only other thing I really want to just
I would have come to that point with the initial shit with the Jesse post. Again, it comes back to just put the shit out there.
Okay.
Right. And we will, because the Jamie blog post is censored. I'll get it out there with the archive IS link in my video, so on and so forth. Right.
Include it all. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad we agree.
Well, yeah, you should put fucking literally everything in. Yes.
The last thing that maybe not the last thing, but maybe the second last thing. When it comes to Josh, I think you said the reason he would lock the thread is to have fun and engage in it, right?
No, I said if people are pestering him to do shit, I could see that he'd lock it intentionally.
Yeah, he really
if you're the same thing with the people telling me you need to do a video on JF, I could see if people are getting up Josh's ass that you need to do this or do that, that he'd lock it out of spite.
But nobody's really done that. People are just discussing what's going on.
I don't know what anybody's done. Again, like compile it in a video and show that Josh did it because I don't know for whatever reason that Josh did, because he's in the pocket of Dick Masterson.
Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. But yeah, well, this has been good. This has been spiritually edifying. I enjoyed this. PPP, do you have any last words? Do you Jim, do you? Or can we just kill it? Pull the plug?
If you guys are good, I'm good. I got the invitation. So if there's anything else you want to ask away.
Well, the last thing I just want to say is,
sure.
I really do think that the behavior that's been committed by Ethan Ralph, by Josh in this instance, by Dick Masterson, it is very gay. And I think that it's very suspect. And I think that eventually some true wrongdoing will come out. I think it's suspicious that threads are being locked. I don't buy this cover story. It's because people are telling him what to do. I don't think that that's what's actually happening. I think it's just to shut down actual discussion on this and bury it For what reason, I have no idea. But things are being flagged down. Articles are being flagged down. Videos are being flagged down. Threads are being locked. There's something to this, and I think that we'll all see in a short period of time. But you're right, Jim. We can't present to you the smoking gun evidence at this moment in time. And so
well, yeah, I mean, put together a compelling video. If your shit's getting flagged down, archive everything, use the Wayback Machine, put shit on BitChute, have alternative backups on Vimeo that nobody knows about.
All right,
so people can't flag your shit down, right?
And final point, I wanted to just make sure you think, and you said this before, but I just want for all the fucking dick riders out there and the dickheads who deny reality, Jim thinks that I won the interaction with Ricada and Dick, right?
Yeah, I thought you went in there, and I don't think they understood the bit, and I think that Dick looked really upset at the end of it. Yes.
Okay. That's all I've really got for you, Jim. You know,
cool.
I hope that you have a great rest of your week. I hope we have some more fun together as we go over this fucking.
I'll be watching this shit unfold. And you know, fucking 6 more streams to go. I guess I don't know.
A million more streams to go.
People said Godwinson had videos up too. I have to go. I guess watch those, and then I've got to see. You know, it's so much fucking shit to catch up on.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard to fucking go over it all. You know, there's so much right now that even I, who's deep in this fucking shit, there's things I'm leaving out that I wish, you know, later looking back, I wish I had presented this to you, Jim. But I think you're a smart enough guy that you'll research it, you'll figure it out for yourself, you'll come to your own conclusion on that, and I look forward to that.
I'm looking forward to the video. Leo, any idea of when you're gonna have it up? I guess
sometime Sunday or Monday, and I guess
so. This week, then, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And
all right.
I guess I forgot. This is the thing I want to include the video. So you've been on New Project 2 for 3 or 4 months, Jim. Have you ever checked?
I think since like January. Right. Yeah.
Have you ever checked out?
Have I ever what?
Cashed out. Like, have you ever withdrawn anything from it?
Yeah, you go through the third-party payment processor, and you literally go through them.
Right, but like, you've checked your bank account, and it has been increased the amount of money that you were given on New Project 2?
Yeah, like I said, you can cash out. You go through the third party financial handling, and then they send you the cash.
Just making sure, because I have a friend who's on there, and they're still waiting to hear back when they try to cash out. And I'm like, is this automated, or is it like something?
The first payment I got took like a month. The second payment took like a month and a half, I think. I don't know if it's fucking automated. I don't know exactly what the mechanism is for it. But yeah, no, they have paid me. Yeah.
All right, no, cool. This isn't a gotcha. I just really want to know because I have a friend who's still waiting to hear back. So this is good. Good to know someone who's actually gotten it. But yeah, so can I pull the plug?
Well, if somebody's getting fucked out of their money, they need to speak up.
For sure. Yeah.
I'd be pissed if somebody's taking donations and they're not going to pay.
Yeah. So
it's interesting to me though that ever since I blew out Nick Ricotta and fucking Dick on the show, it's just been a strange coincidence that Dick and Ralph have just been so desperate to gaslight the reality of it and spin it into a win for them and say that I totally lost, I made no valid points, I was a virgin and I'm fat and all this fucking shit. It's just a strange coincidence, isn't it?
I thought you were funnier. That's why I thought you won.
And
I thought you were funnier in how you did it. That's really all that matters.
I agree. It was that hour was some of the best blood sports, if you will, content for the last 2 years, and it's a shame it's privated. So we'll try and get it out there. Cool. Yeah,
like I said, if shit's getting flagged down, archive it and put it up on alternatives, and then whatever you have. Are you gonna? Is this like the big expose video on Sunday, or is that like a separate one?
No, it's not going to be big. It's just going to be the stuff I've seen, the behaviors, the way people have been reacting to it, and we'll see. We'll try and make it there. But we're gonna call it some stuff. So yeah.
Is it a strange coincidence though that after all this damage control by Dick and Ralph, that then Vito shows up in my stream? Like, is that all coincidental? Like, it's not connected at all, and then the stream goes down? Like, there's nothing suspicious to that?
No, I'd say that's suspicious. I mean, it reminds me of when I had the quartering trying to get me to drop gamer words on a stream after he was bragging about how that would get a channel flag down.
I do appreciate your honesty with that, Jim. And I think that, for the most part, I think that we've had a fairly productive and fun discussion. I think people in chat have enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed your time on the show?
Oh, I love it. I love trash fires. I mean, I hope it's blazing. You know, keep it going.
It'll keep being stoked. It'll keep being stoked. The truth is out there, Jim. We will find it.
This
the
lockdown
truth is out there.
It's so fucking boring. So if you're gonna entertain the internet, you know, go in for a penny, for a pound.
Amen. Let's do it. All right.
All right, guys.